In 2016, law enforcement in Arkansas began keeping track of each life saved using Narcan, opioid overdose reversing drug. To date, there have been 122 saves. This April, the U.S. Attorney General issued an advisory recommending that more Americans carry the drug. This morning, we want to know if you agree. Vote on the THV11 app, or you can go to thv11.com/vote. And with the number of overdose deaths climbing nationwide and here in Arkansas, even more effort is being put into the fight against this epidemic.
Animal complaints, trespassers on scene. We have a few disturbances from time to time.
It's a typical day for Garland County Sheriff's Deputy Roy Elliott. But after 5 years on the job, he received a call unlike any he received before.
Got a call of a possible overdose. Female was unresponsive.
Elliott was the first on the scene. Armed with Narcan, he was able to administer the opioid antidote and save a life. The first save in Garland County since the department received the drug 4 months ago.
I've never used it before, although with all the training that we've had, it made me feel comfortable that using it would affect someone's life in a positive way.
Right now, 3,300 of these opioid overdose kits are in the hands of law enforcement, with a goal of more than 6,000 by next year. Inside, the opioid antidote Narcan, along with valuable resources for both the law enforcement officer and the overdose victim.
We developed the concept of a card or a pamphlet that we put in there. We make it geographic specific. So looking at the recovery programs in their area. So the officer, when he does deploy Narcan, can actually give this to the person that may be responsible for the person that had the overdose, or slip this into their pocket.
Within the next year, State Drug Director Kirk Lane says he hopes to expand the Narcan program to assist overdose victims after they're saved.
My hope is that within 24 hours of that save, as we call it, that they'll be contacted by a peer recovery specialist and giving a conversation about expanding it past the card.
In Garland County, the hope is to make this save the first of many.
It empowers them to save lives, and this is a perfect example.
That's my whole goal. If I can just impact one person's life while I'm doing my job, then I've done my job.
I love that idea of expanding it past the card. You've carried Narcan for how long now?
For about 3 years now.
For about 3 years now. And how does it make you feel to have this powerful tool in your hands?
Well, you know, as for police officers, I mean, one of our main goals is to save lives. And when we became educated in the use of Narcan and found out that we were usually the first ones on the scene of an overdose. And in the old days, when you had to wait on MEMS, those critical minutes usually meant the life and death for somebody.
Sure.
And now just a very simple application, some very specific training we received, we're saving lives, and we do it every day.
So what are your thoughts on this? We have the poll on the bottom of your screen. It's very divided right now. 46% saying yes, they would carry it, 48% no, and 6% saying they already do. How do you feel about more people in the public carrying Narcan?
Well, I think it's a very positive thing. I mean, I think as people become more educated about what Narcan is, the fact that you can't hurt somebody with Narcan, but when you come across somebody that their respiration's below 10 a minute, they're totally shutting down, they're turning blue, it's obvious it's some kind of reaction to an opioid drug overdose, that intervention by somebody can save a life, and you can turn that life around. And that's one of our goals at the PD is when we do make a save, is we try to intervene with that person to try to get them help so we don't have to do this again.